If you have only $400 to spend on a Windows 10 laptop, Lenovo's IdeaPad 315 will get you a roomy screen and a little pep, but you can get better options for a close price. Let's start with two good, well, pretty good, things about Lenovo's IdeaPad 315. It has 8 GB of memory, while some rock-bottom budget laptops have an inadequate 4 GB. And not long ago, such an economy model would have had a lowly 1366 by 768 pixel display instead of the IdeaPad's full HD resolution. Otherwise, though, this 15.6-inch slab of silver gray plastic is hard to get excited about. It will suffice for browsing, email, and homework, but its performance is tepid, and it lacks basic comforts ranging from a backlit keyboard to a USB Type-C port, seen in some other economy models we've tested in recent weeks. 1. The Asus VivoBook 15 is a better 15-inch machine for the same price, while the MSI Modern 14 is an editor's choice winner if you want to go a little smaller. Of course, upping your budget to $600 or $700 will get you a much more enjoyable notebook. No match for the $719.99 IdeaPad 3 configuration offered at Lenovo.com. Our test unit features a dual-core AMD Ryzen 3 3250U processor, only half the storage you really want, a 128GB solid-state drive, and a non-touch screen backed by AMD Radeon integrated graphics. The operating system is Windows 10 Home in S mode, which limits your software library to apps from the Windows Store. A settings option lets you switch that over to regular Windows 10 Home, as we did to install our benchmark programs. Measuring 0.78 by 14.3 by 10 inches, the IdeaPad isn't much bigger than two other low-cost 15.6-inch laptops PC Labs tested of late, the VivoBook 15, and the Dell Inspiron 15 3000. It's heavier, though, at 4.84 pounds, it has a full pound on a 3.75-pound Asus and 3.91-pound Dell. Also, its AC adapter is a bulky plug that hogs 2 spaces on a power strip. Thick bezels surround the screen. Pressing your thumbnail against the edge of the top bezel slides a privacy shutter over the webcam. The keyboard includes a numeric keypad. You'll be typing passwords since there's neither a fingerprint reader nor a face recognition camera for Windows Hello. Lenovo Vantage software centralizes system updates, Wi-Fi security and file transfer from your old PC, and hardware settings. The laptop's left edge offers an HDMI port, a retro USB 2.0 port, 2 USB 3.0 Type-A ports, and the power connector. Most folks are right-handed, but you can't plug an external mouse into the right side. There's nothing there but an audio jack and an SD card slot. We certainly don't expect a Thunderbolt 3 port at this price, but a USB-C port would have been nice. Lenovo ThinkPad keyboards are the industry's finest, but this is no ThinkPad. The Top Pro contains media control and microphone mute keys, but even with a numeric keypad included, the designers couldn't find room for home, and page up, or page down keys. Instead, you must pair the FN key with the cursor arrow keys, and the latter are in a clumsy, HP-style row instead of the proper inverted T. The keyboard has a flat, plasticky typing feel that's dull and uncomfortable. We experienced a number of skipped and double letters. The small, buttonless touchpad glides and taps smoothly enough but has a stiff, hollow click. As for the display panel, white backgrounds are reasonably white instead of dingy, but the 1080p screen just isn't bright enough. Colors look bland and washed out. Contrast is fair, and fine details are relatively sharp. Letters don't look too pixelated, but the display never looks like anything other than an economy-class panel. The sound system follows suit. Even at max volume, audio from the front bottom edge speakers is weak and hollow. Bass is faint and muffled at best, you can barely make out overlapping tracks. Driving piano and drum passages are hardly present. Dolby Audio software lets you choose from music, movie, game, and voice presets and try an equalizer with minimal effect. The 720p webcam captures relatively well-lit but bland, soft focus images with a fair amount of noise or static. The 15A05 version of the Lenovo IdeaPad 315 has no fatal flaws, but it has several disappointing ones, from a keyboard that's no fun to a mediocre display and missing USB-C port. It'll get the job done, but we've seen nicer economy notebooks on both the Windows and Chromebook sides of the aisle. We suggest checking out the Asus and MSI alternatives mentioned earlier if you're resolutely pegged at $400 to $450 and must have a Windows-based machine.